podcast, week 6. I'm blonde. I'm not used to it yet at all. I'm sitting here trying to make it look like it's my hair, and I just have to give up, and this is it. This is as good as it's gonna get right now. I've got lots of interesting stuff to tell you about. This story that I'm gonna start with is pretty weird and funny. There's this 30-year-old pervert living in Wisconsin, and he decides that he wants to prank or joke his next door neighbor, who's a chick, and he goes on Craigslist into the casual encounters section, posts an ad saying that he's this neighbor chick, and dudes start showing up to her house, and she gets this one dude, and he won't stop ringing the doorbell. So she calls the cops, and the cops show up, and this guy is just in a trench coat. So 6 months later, this is back in November, this popped off, and the neighbor, this guy, this perv dude, was arrested like 4 days ago and is in jail right now. He is facing charges of felony identity theft, and the maximum fine is $10,000 or 6 years in jail. So not too funny, buddy. It's pretty fucked up. You're gonna learn your lesson. Anyways, that was story number 1. Story number 2. Craziness. The most expensive single-family home in America is listed for sale at $190 million. This house is set on 50 acres, which spreads across 2 islands. It has 13,500 square feet, 12 bedrooms. It's basically like the Beast's castle. It's modeled with a French Renaissance theme, so bonjour, Beauty and the Beast house, $190 million. Anyways, thought that was really interesting, and the pictures are unbelievable. Want to check that out, story 2. Okay, this is fucking serious. I am pissed. Drone strikes. This needs to stop. I am outraged. I can't look at more pictures of dead children. Whew. Lord have mercy on anyone who thinks this is right. We are bombing civilians. Like, okay. I'm just outraged, so I'm like in a tangent rampage ramble. The president had a speech this past week where he addressed this issue, and this is where my rage has spawned from particularly, because the president brags about how we kill less civilians than terrorists. What does that say to you, that you are comparing the amount of people you kill to terrorists? You can't say they're terrorists and they kill civilians, but we're not terrorists, but we kill civilians. Fucking shove those drones up your motherfucking ass. You make me sick. Drones, anybody who's involved with that shit. No. No. People don't get killed from airstrikes. Like, oh, and by the way, it's called international law for a fucking reason, because every country in the world should follow that law. Not every country but the fucking United States. What if other countries were droning us? What are we gonna do? We are the ones that started this shit. There was a protest by Amnesty International this past week as well. If you give a shit, do something, be aware. There are estimated reports by the Bureau of Investigative Journalism that give the death count for children anywhere like 111 to 190, like between 1 and 200 children that have died from drone strikes since we've started implementing drone strikes. What if that were here? Okay, I know I'm rambling, but come the fuck on. Who said drones were okay? Let's drone their ass. I'll end with some good news. Boy Scouts of America have overturned their historic ban for youth homosexuals to be in the Boy Scouts. So now openly gay youths are allowed to join and be a part of the Boy Scouts of America. However, they still have their ban for the gay troop leaders. No gay troop leaders. That's not okay. Come on, Boy Scouts. You're almost there. I'm proud of you. You got a little bit more to go. Okay. Gonna end with a quote from one of my all-time favorite books. It's called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I really don't know how to say his last name, so I thought if I said it with an accent, it would be more amusing. What is the world's greatest lie? It is this, that at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what is happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. That is the world's greatest lie.
Well, it was just a dream, just a moment ago. I was up so high, looking down at the sky, don't let me fall. I was shooting for stars on a Saturday night. They say what goes up must come down.